It's games like today that make it so friggin' difficult to be a Jet fan. This defense played their heart out, played their soul out, left everything on the field, gave the offense so many opportunities to try to come back and win that game. And for Coach Saleh to basically say at the end of the game during his press conference that, the thought of benching Zach Wilson was the furthest thing from my mind, to me, that's ridiculous. He had the mindset of my quarterback is more important than the rest of the 52 guys, and I think that's terrible. And again, this isn't the first time we've seen it from Zach. I'm tired of the one step forward, two steps back. At some point, this kid has to be consistent. At some point, he has to make the throws that are there. And so I don't give Mike LaFleur a full pass. I thought as far as scheming guys open and having something to answer what the Patriots were doing on defense, he did a shitty job. You can absolutely say LaFleur did not do a good job calling plays in this game. But when plays were there to be had, Zach did not make them. Period. Mac Jones, 23 of 27, almost 250 yards. Zach Wilson, 9 of 22, 77 yards. How many games under 50% completion percentage? You can't win that way. You cannot win that way. Period. Why do we think the ground game couldn't get going? The Patriots didn't fear Zach at all. When you don't fear the opposing quarterback, you can sell out and stop the run. Where was Michael Carter? Questions about that. I mean, the 3rd-and-1 play call, if you want to really go to the turning point of the game, I mean, the defense gave them so many opportunities to try to come back. It wasn't happening. Clearly, Saleh was just all in on Wilson, was going to ride with him to the death. Fine. You need your defense to make a play. They did it how many times? And yet special teams is what loses you the game. So you go to the 3rd-and-1 play call. They try to dump it off to Carter. Didn't necessarily agree with that. I thought they should have stuck with the run. I was saying it the entire 4th quarter, just stick around and pound because you cannot throw the football against this team. And then, the Patriots call timeout. You have a chance to actually discuss what you want to do on special teams here. You can punt the ball out of bounds. There's probably 15 seconds left. They get the ball on the probably 25, 30-yard line. Chances are they just take a knee and we go to overtime. But apparently that wasn't discussed, or if it was discussed, it wasn't communicated the right way because Braden Mann outkicks the coverage. There's at least 2 or 3 blocks in the back. Of course, those aren't going to get called regardless. And, it should never have come down to this, period. It never should have came down to this. The offense had way too many chances and simply couldn't get anything going. Like the screen pass to Berrios to start the second half. At that moment, if you can't complete those passes without a defender in sight, a simple screen pass. And then he did it again, I think on the next drive or 2 drives later. He goes sidearm. The ball comes out of his hand all fucking wobbly. You cannot win in this league when your quarterback can't complete 50% of his passes. I don't want to hear about the defense. I don't want to hear about the wind. Our defense is fucking good. Mac Jones completed 23 of 27 still. Mac Jones found a way to get it done. So I don't even know what to say anymore. The fact that special teams lost this game. The defense played out of their mind. Quinnen Williams all over the place. Carl Lawson all over the place. Bryce Huff all over the place. JFM, 6 sacks. We sacked the Patriots 12 times in 2 games and lost both fucking games. And the part that's beyond frustrating that I'll keep going to, and this isn't just one bad game with Zach. This is now 4 out of 5 that he's played bad. The defense bailed him out in Green Bay. Defense bailed him out against Denver. They lost the first Patriot game. Comes back with arguably his best game of the year against Buffalo. You think, all right, maybe the light bulb went on. Maybe it's finally clicking. And then you get arguably his worst performance of the year today. He can't play against the Patriots. At least 2 balls that could have been pick six. Another one, over the middle of the field that hit the defender right in the hands. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Why he can't consistently make the smart throws. I don't want to hear about the wind. I don't want to hear about the defense. Our defense is good, and Mac Jones still made plays. Is some of that on coaching? Absolutely. Some of that's on coaching. But when receivers are open, and clearly you're seeing it, Denzel Mims pissed off. Garrett Wilson pissed off. We already know Elijah Moore's pissed off. These guys are getting open, and they want to make plays, and they can't because their quarterback is holding them back. Coach Saleh's got to be better. Nobody's saying fire him or anything like that. I love everything he's done this year, or most of what he's done this year, as far as just turning the culture around with this team. But you know what? It is about more than just Zach Wilson. The guys on that defense deserve the best chance to win this game, and Saleh did not give them that. He didn't. At what point do you say, all right, you don't have it today? We can go to Mike White this week and then still go back to Zach Wilson. I've said it so many times. The Dolphins have done it so many times with Tua, and he's fine. If you're not fragile, if you're not mentally weak, you can bounce back from that. And Wilson's going to start next week, right? He's going to start next week, but he didn't have it today. So why not check out Mike White, see what he could do, see if he could put together one drive for you. That's all you needed was one drive. One drive, one field goal. And Solly even said himself, he had no confidence that the offense was going to do anything. Would they have negative 2 yards in the second half on 26 plays out of 7 or 8 possessions? He said himself he had no confidence in the offense getting a spark or getting anything going. So if you don't have any confidence in the offense, take out the quarterback. It's all going to come down to consistency. If Zach can't be consistent completing passes, easy passes with receivers wide open, he's never going to make it. He could have all the physical tools in the world. If he can't make the easy throws on a consistent basis, he will never make it in this league. And I don't want to hear anything about flip-flop. And I was all in on Zach Wilson 2 weeks ago with that Buffalo game. To me, I thought things were slowing down. That was a moment where it's like, all right, things are clicking now. You're getting rid of the ball quick. You know what you need to do. But again, it's 1 step forward, 5 steps back. You can't keep having games like this, especially against the Patriots, who absolutely own you now. The defense deserves so much better. They played out of their mind, and for this to be the outcome absolutely sucks. I would have rather gotten blown out. I would have rather them get blown out. What a deflating loss. And the media is right. You worry about a locker room divide now too. Everyone knows what the problem is. Everyone knows what the problem is or where the problem is. The problem's on the offensive side of the ball. You don't want to pin it all on Zach. You want to maybe divide it a little bit. Zach, LaFleur, the offensive line had some moments where they struggled a little bit, couldn't get any push in the run game. At the end of the day, though, if your quarterback is making plays and hitting the easy throws, everything else opens up. Ground game opens up. Defense can't sell out on the run. Deep balls open up. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything. Terrible. Talk to you guys later.